Hello everyone, let's have a chat on Opinel knives. Yeah, how do they handle in 2023? But let's not have a chat with just this. I think it's a number 9. Yeah, unmodified and hard to open. If you wear your headphones, watch out. Turn the volume down. First one. Yeah, perfect. Okay. So let's not have a chat with just this one on the table. Let's bring in some friends. It's a number 8 inox. This is a number 12 slim, and somewhere around here I also have a number 9, but in carbon. Before I start chatting about these guys, a little bit of history. This shape here, yeah, this exact shape has been around since about 1890. Yeah, the only thing that the original knife that Josef Opinel created, yeah, the original knife did not have this vibro lock device, yeah. Accepting that, it's all the same shape, which is, hey, admirable. It stood the test of time. Wonderful, I would say. Now, when we look at these Opinels, their claim to fate seems to be, yeah, they're cheap and they're good. And I can agree to that to a degree. Meaning, yup, the knives are cheap, but in my opinion, they start to get good only after you do some modifications to them. And by modifications, I don't mean painting, reprofiling the blade, stuff like, no. That's just, hey, personal preference. You might like it, you might not. The modifications I'm talking about are out of the box. When this basic Opinel came into my hands, yeah, I did not do any kind of treatment to it, and I have this for like 4 years. The outcome of me not treating the wood with anything is the following. The only way to open it, due to the fact this is daily use, yeah, in the kitchen, the only way to open it is if I heat it. I won't do that again. If I heat it and then pry it open. For these other guys, which I've did a little bit of work on, smooth as butter. Okay? Now, the main thing you need to do to an Opinel in order to get it to a decent level of usability, I don't like knocking this on stuff, is to basically treat the wood, yeah, either via oil or via beeswax. And the most important part is around this area here and this area here. That's where, due to the locking mechanism, due to the, apologies, the, how do you call it, the pin and the wood contracting, actually expanding due to the water, this guy, if not treated, will get your knife stuck. And even though, yeah, it's okay, you can get it open really easily, tap it, I don't like to do that. I like them, let's say, nice and easy to use. In terms of the steels, all the knives on the table, with this exception, so let's take this out a little bit. They are in my kitchen and they have been there for 3, 4, 5 years, something like this. And they are seeing, let's say, daily usage. They are all inox, they are easy to sharpen, and they always stay open and plugged inside the knife rack, however it's called. They are great, yeah, but there is a big but on this. When comparing these knives with, let's say, kitchen knives, you start to get preferences. For example, this is a Victorinox, yeah, I know, like 10 centimeters, something like this, paring knife, okay, with the nice and grippy grip, for lack of a better word, with everything. If I am to choose between using the Victorinox or the Opinel to cut something, I would rather go with the Victorinox. From the price perspective, if you are using these guys only for kitchen stuff, yeah, and you are not taking them out, it's a similar price, yeah, I know, 10 up to 15 bucks, something like this. From the blade sharpness perspective, they both can be sharpened to a point, and they both keep their edge pretty well. The advantage that this guy has over the Opinel, it's much easier to use, much easier to do anything you want with it, okay? The disadvantage this has is the following. If you want to take this somewhere, just do this, close it, and done. In a similar fashion, to my knowledge, the Opinel Slim, this is the number 12 version, I think it's the only foldable knife of its type. Meaning, yeah, for kitchen purposes, when you compare it to something like this, this is a Dick Master Grip Flex, okay? It's not the best knife of its type in the world, because the flexibility is, yeah, not that good. Still, it works perfectly for both fillets and working around bones, stuff like this. If I just use it within the kitchen, I will always pick this up for deboning, filleting, etc. over the Opinel. But, there is a big but. If I want to take this somewhere, I can do this, okay, and take it and fillet a mackerel wherever I want, okay? That's the advantage. Of course, due to the fact you can store it away, is never going to be as, let's say, useful, easy to carry, there are trade-offs. But all in all, this can do the job perfectly well when compared to this one. But from a usability perspective, ease of use, I would always go for this one if I have the chance, yeah? This is a fully featured, purposefully built knife. However, if I need to travel, kind of hard to put this in the backpack. This is much easier to carry, okay? This was a little bit of a rant inside, let's say, the kitchen area, but this rant is based on years of having them and using them inside my kitchen, okay? Now, if we leave the kitchen stuff outside and think, man, how about bushcrafty things, okay? Or pocket knives, etc. Then, let's do the following. I've tried, I will put these guys, let's say, away, and I will bring back my carbon one, yeah, which is not a number 8, it's a number 9, yeah. By the way, the number 8, because I've seen it, let's say, commended, recommended, whatever, on other videos. It's too small, the number 8, okay? It's too small to do anything bushcrafty style with. I don't know, for my taste at least, yeah? So, coming back. The number 9 seems to me as the minimum, let's say, length that is usable. So, this carbon one, it has seen some use, yeah, light use, okay, stuff around, I don't know, the house, if doing a barbecue outside, you know, in the nature, stuff around the barbecue, doing some feathering, lighting the fire, pretty easy stuff, nothing big. The blade is great. easy to operate, easy to use, and because it's treated, yeah, by me, not by the factory. Overall, I'd say, yeah, it's a nice knife to have, okay, for bushcrafty thing, but, and also it's quite strong, yeah, by the way. But let's look at some, let's say, potential competitors, yeah, for this type of a knife. This here is a somewhat piece of junk from Decathlon, yeah. Is there, I forget the exact, it's their Soloniac foldable knife. Ignore the scales, these are custom, I did it for fun myself. Check out, let's say, the blade length. Second, check out the blade thickness. This is thicker, okay? This is much less usable than this one. Always, when in my view, when comparing with this type of knives, okay, go for the Opinel. They were similar in price, but this one compared to this one is a joy to use, okay, with one exception. This one has a treated blade, and by treated I don't mean heat treating, I mean it has been coated, meaning this type of, let's say, etching will not appear. And I haven't did this, but if you are not, let's say, if you don't like all the rough edge etching, you don't need to do yourself an etching of the blade, so that rust will not catch on, okay? Forgive my my poor English here, but I think you got the message. This is a coated blade, this is not, this will rust if not treated, okay, or oiled, or even at least properly cleaned after usage. This was properly cleaned after usage, and this is how it looks like after many years, okay? It will not look nice, clean, pristine. This will keep its looks, but it's crap to use, and it's not crap due to the scales. The scales kept the original proportion and size, but they made it a little bit more comfortable in the hand, let's call it like this, yeah? Still, too thick, too small, and overall clumsy. This one, the Opinel, wonderful. Let's take another competitor, and this is where things get, let's say, real. This is the Victorinox Sentinel. This carbon-based number 9 is like, I don't know, 10, 12 euros, something like this. This, for retail, is like 40 something euros. I've gotten this brand new in a box from a seller for like, I don't know, 15 bucks, okay? So a similar price category is my number 9. There is no comparison. This is the better knife of the two of them, okay? And also between 15 bucks and 40 something bucks, yeah, there is a difference, but there is not an insurmountable difference. If you can, in my opinion, choose this one. Now, why? First things first, from a blade profile, I love the drop point, okay? These are similarly shaped. Second, from a blade thickness, they are similar. It's a similar thickness for both of them. Length is also similar, okay? For me, it's the perfect combination, but the Sentinel has one more trick up its sleeve. Their own Victorinox stainless steel, meaning I don't have to care about this one at all. I don't have to oil it, make sure it's clean, it is not wet, so on and so forth. Yeah. Let me also make the image more stable. Second, due to their liner lock mechanism, yeah, it's not one-handed opening, etc., all that crap, but it's easy to open and close, and you don't need, as a first-time buyer, to treat the wood and dip it in oil, all the good stuff. Yeah, you don't need to do anything to get this into a proper, let's say, working knife. Out of the box, it does it. Okay, this is why I think even at double something the price, yeah, if you don't get a deal, the Victorinox Sentinel would be a much better choice than the Opinel Carbon. Now, if you really want the Opinel, my suggestion would be don't go with the carbon steel, go with the inox steel. It keeps its edge perfectly, yeah. This is the inox version, it's a number 8. It keeps its blades, it keeps its blade sharpness perfectly, yeah, the edge is good. You don't get the rust issue, and you can sharpen it easily. Okay, I don't need to bring out my heavy tools in order to sharpen these guys. They are, I will show you what I use to sharpen them and what other tools I have in another video. Take my word for now, this is easy to sharpen with the basicest stuff you can get, and it's easy to sharpen in order to cut through a very thin piece of how do you call it, paper, okay, or cut hair. So without further ado, my opinion on Opinels. They have stood the test of time. It's a company that started in 1890 and is still present and kicking. Okay, they have some whatever models that are far-fetched, they have some very expensive one, so on and so forth, but all in all they are still kicking, so it stood the test of time. They have some usability issues in the beginning if you do not do yourself some treatment to the wood. Okay, they will be hard to open, hard to close, basically. If you manage, if you like them just for your collection or you like to tinker with them, go ahead, buy all of them. But if you are to choose between, let's say, this number 9 and the direct competitor in terms of blade length, thickness, so on and so forth, like the Victorinox Sentinel, give the extra money and buy the Sentinel. That's my view. Okay, this is the better knife. Okay, thank you very much everyone. Cheers, bye bye.